Hello, good evening, everyone out there. I hope you're having a fine Saturday night. We got another Saturday 5 Live for you here. We got our co-host Nathan Hemsel. You're
Back,
co-host
yeah.
today. You're playing co-host.
Playing
And
co-host.
there's Riley Engelberg. There's our two shot
He's
right
here
there.
in spirit.
All right, well,
Always.
there we go, folks. Here we go. I feel like I'm getting better at this. We'll
Yeah,
get a little
yeah.
bit better. I'll hide my notes here. But yeah, it's been a wild start to the year. Stranger
Yeah.
Things. I feel like we
Yeah, this is our first show of the year, so
yeah, and if I'm not wrong, Stranger Things has to be the first thing we're talking about, right?
without a doubt.
Yeah, yeah.
It's the biggest thing on the radar right now.
Right.
And I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but there's so much to say. The longer I think about it, the more that things just come up in and out from it. There's a lot of takeaways.
Yeah, I agree. And me and you have been talking about this for quite some time, because
Yeah.
we're big fans of the show. It's been a staple of our lifetime, or not our lifetime, of an era of our life. Like we'll remember this show for quite some time, and it's over now. And how do you feel? Are you feeling as if have you watched Game of Thrones? Like, did it
I've
leave you
watched
with that?
Game of Thrones.
Did
and
it leave you with
is
that?
exactly
Really?
like that. Yeah, it's
How?
very much like that. So I really liked it immediately after, and I was like, okay, I like that a lot. Then I laid in bed, and my mind just kept going, and I was like, oh, I actually don't like it. There's a lot of open-ended things
Yes.
and things I'm just not a fan of. Like one of the biggest ones was some characters just disappear.
Mhm.
Like Mr. Clark finally got his big moment, and I was kind of rooting for him. I think he always should have been a bigger character than he was. Then he just disappeared, like him and Erica. They were
Mhm.
both great characters. Then they were up in the watchtower, and then they just kind of disappeared. We don't really know what happened with them, other than maybe they got caught, maybe they didn't. That's the last we hear of it. Same with Kay. I mean, she's probably on to the next project, but my biggest thing is I hate endings that aren't clear and cut. Like this is exactly what happened. And it's like you kind of decipher what happens. And I understand why Netflix did it 100% because there might be a spin-off if Netflix needs to make the money, but if they don't, it's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we were saying that too off air, but like they left the door wide open for at least 4 spin-offs that could come out of this with just the
Yeah.
way it ended. But I feel I'm okay with the way it ended.
Yeah,
I just
fine,
don't like how
but-
they approached it because it was 2-hour long episode.
Right.
I guess it should have been a 3-hour long show
I would have been fine with that.
because the first hour it got sorry, spoilers ahead. There should just be
You should have watched it by now if you're really a
there
fan,
should be a
so.
big old graphic above our heads right now, just
Yeah.
an alert sign that says
Right.
we're spoiling this. But an hour into the last episode, Vecna dies, and it's like
Right.
I look at how much time's left after that happens, and
Right,
I'm
exactly.
like,
I'm like, okay, I understand wrapping
there's
up
an
story
hour left still.
Yeah,
I don't get it, and they went through that way too fast. They could have milked
It
that
was an
fight
easy
out.
fight. It was
Yeah,
an easy
They
fight.
could have milked that fight out. They could have milked out more of the friends, everybody trying to help Elle,
Right.
buy more time. And they could have, if they had more time. I mean, like, who knows? Like, I'm not Netflix
Yes.
here, but like, who knows? Maybe Netflix was like, all right, you're only getting 2 hours, which makes no sense. But
Which would make no sense because we've had so many hours of build-up time
Right.
leading to that episode. So
because they could have, I'm just saying they could have used that last hour better because the only thing in that last hour that really is worth anything is that final scene with Mike.
right, and I do think, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's emotional about it. I mean, I think they tried to hit hard with different age groups with that. I mean, you go to Hopper and Joyce, her kids are going off to college, are they relocating and following that? I think that hits that older generation, the parents who are watching. Then I think kind of our age group, for me, it kind of hit with like the Robin, Nancy, not Will, wow, I am blanking, Steve and
yeah.
why can't I think of the
John?
Jonathan, yeah. So that kind of hit our age group because we all know, like, I think a lot of friend groups made that pack where it's like, all right, we're gonna meet once a month and stuff, and then eventually someone pulls back, and then then it's 3 people meeting, and eventually it dissipates. So that's kind of like where that I think was supposed to hit that, and then the younger kids, trying to pick up like the high school graduation and stuff. I think they tried to appeal to their entire audience. with
Yeah, and I
closing those.
get what they're doing there. Like they
Yeah.
had a 5 to 10 minute scene with Hopper and what's her guts, Winona Ryder,
Joyce.
Joyce.
Yeah.
They had you got to see them like fully become a couple and like I guess get
Right.
married and
Yeah.
then him step up as stepfather. So he does get a
Right.
little because you could tell Hopper wanted to be a dad. He's always wanted to
and
be a dad.
it just never worked out.
And I
for
guess he
him.
gets that.
Yeah.
And cool. And that wasn't too drug out like
Yeah.
that. Them closing that up, but I felt like the scene with Robin and Steve and Jonathan and Nancy all on the roof. I felt like that was way too long, and like that could have been cut out.
Long, and
And that's why I'm saying they could have just left more room for what we were talking about with closing up what happened to Murr, what happened to
because I want to know where Murray is. I mean, he's just gone. Erica
and the government. Hopper just killed like 10 people from the government's army.
Yeah.
And like that's just okay. We're gonna let that slide.
Right. Yeah, we're just gonna forget about
Yeah,
that.
and like the government just leaves. Like darn,
Right.
we didn't get her.
Yeah, I think, and you know what? This season, I mean, we have to point out that the Wheeler family, the females in that family are way, way more manly than like any of like the men. Because you have Ted and then Will, and not Will, Mike, and I'm like,
yeah, I don't think that's a coincidence.
You guys are pretty much useless compared to Karen. Holly kind of, I mean, she whipped out the phone and decided to smack a few kids in the face, and Nancy is just, you give that girl a gun and she's gonna grab it. I mean, she's gonna go as far as she can.
And I know you're joking about it, but
Yeah.
I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that is
they
purposely
set it up that way.
Yeah.
I'm glad Ted is okay though, because I was gonna be really mad. I was concerned about him. He's one of my favorites, weirdly, but yeah.
The thing is about Mike, I just felt like he was just clearly emotionally and just immature, and especially when he would talk to Elle and he would just be like, a place with 3 waterfalls, we have to go and get you out of here, we're never going to see these people again. And then Elle ends up getting that, but not with Mike. But then Mike is talking to Hopper at the end of the show, and he's like, man, I really was like really immature about all that, and I should have just been way more serious.
Yeah, to go into that 3 waterfalls thing, that's also where people should more so lean on the side that it wasn't just Mike making that up, because in the scene, I'm like, oh, there's going to be 3 waterfalls. If there was 3 waterfalls, I think it more so would have secured that it's just his theory. There was only 2 of them.
That's true.
So that's why people are like, okay, I see that, but there's also, I think they just gave a safety net in case they need to run it for more money, because Netflix is throwing a lot of money out recently.
Like that show that you have to, especially because they're already established.
It's an easy money grab.
You're going to easily... Yeah. Netflix will be happy to give them $500 million as a budget.
I think the only way a spinoff works, though, is if you take the core group of kids and actually have some story build off of them trying to find Elle or something along those lines. If they do it where they kind of cut off the whole cast and just bring Millie Bobby Brown back for the role of 11, and she's in some foreign country, which, I mean, we were talking about The Walking Dead a little bit ago. They did that with Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. And he's in France, and it's a complete recast just with one character. It doesn't work.
I don't think they would do it like, because it would have to be a big build up to seeing Elle.
Right.
Because I like that first theory where they might have to go try to find her.
Yeah, they need a little hint that she's alive.
Or trying to find something. Just like some clues to something. But like I could see that because like they could also like Dustin is apparently like 30 minutes away in college. So and Joe and like not Joe or Steve. Steve is gonna be visiting him. Like, there's a million different things that could happen. Because like I think the Duffer Brothers even said like, what would be your what's an actual spinoff that you could actually see? And he was like, oh, it's Dustin and Steve. That would bring a lot more people.
And they could break it into multiple shows. I mean, if they wanted to make like a trilogy out of it and have 3 different running stories that reconvene. I mean, a lot of shows start to do it now. Like there's a whole like Chicago PD med type of deal. Like, I mean, that's a different world, but like it works. And then they kind of do crossovers from time to time, which I think would work for them.
And is Will still impacted by, being a monster for like 3 years?
Yeah, I don't, because his connection was to the hive mind, which no longer is a thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's just powerless. I mean, there's a lot of open ends that I feel like they just didn't close. And it just, you can really sit here for hours and just be like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense, or that doesn't make sense. And I think they kind of did that on purpose because they want you to, think and poke away for them to make a little bit more money.
Yeah, and we could talk about it for hours, but unfortunately we cannot. And we are going to go to a break right now. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the other side. I know you folks love to hear that song come back on, because that means we're back from break. Alrighty. We have a whole slew of awards that we put a lot of effort into that you guys didn't get to see, unfortunately, last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
um, but so we put in a lot of effort into creating our own sort of Oscars, if you will.
Yeah.
We're, the Academy of WFRV Plus is these are our options here. So I don't know if I have them in order. So let's start with what you have at the very top of your list.
Yeah, I mean, I jumped right in with a breakout actor and actress. With actor, I mean, I've seen all of his movies this year, and he came out with 3 of them. Mason Thames, I think, killed it this year. He was in the live action for How to Train Your Dragon, Regretting You, which just came out on Paramount Plus. That was pretty good. I just watched that the other night. And Black Phone 2. I mean, I know How to Train Your Dragon and Black Phone 2 were both at the top of the office the weekends they came out. And if Regretting You was at the top of his office, top of the office, which it came out really close, he would have been the first person to do that since Jim Carrey in the 90s. So I think it's somewhat fair to put him in there as a breakout actor this year.
Okay. Yeah, I did see How to Train Your Dragon with my mom and my little cousin.
Yeah.
That was a very fun movie. I heard very bad things about that recent one that came out.
Regretting You?
Yeah, heard very bad
It
things
is
about
a very wild and just messy story.
that. And you saw that in theaters?
No, it came out on Paramount Plus, so I watched it just because he's been having a good year. I was like, I'll give it a try. It's fine. I mean, it's not a great storyline, but it's based off like those smut books. That's what they are, you know.
Yeah, I feel like, being an actor is all about especially if you're a good one.
Right.
It's all about selection and what you're going to be doing. Like,
Yeah.
because I don't
But
know if he's.
there were some bigger names in there. McKenna Grace, who's the one notorious blonde girl who literally is a child in every she's always like the flashback to like their childhood
Okay.
days. It's that girl, and Dave Franco was also in there. So I mean, there were some bigger names in it.
Yeah, I remember seeing the trailer. It just felt
Yeah.
like a Hallmark movie to me. I'm not
Right,
just not my
and
thing.
it matched that just without the Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. My breakout actor of the year, I have Owen Cooper from Adolescence. I was just trying to think
It's a
of
good one.
someone who nobody's ever seen before, and obviously
Right.
this is a child actor.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's ever seen Adolescence, but it is it's based in the United Kingdom. It is one of the best shows on the edge of your seat. Your skin is crawling the entire time, and this kid did a bang up job.
Right.
And he's very impressive. I believe he already won a bunch of awards, like on any of the ones that just
Right.
passed any of those ceremonies. But yeah, I thought he did a bang up job. I guarantee you'll be seeing more of him. Hopefully he's got an American accent he can front. My breakout actress of the year, I have Amy Lou Wood from The White Lotus, and
Right.
this one kind of doesn't have my same thought process for Owen Cooper, because Amy Lou Wood is like, probably 30 something. She's been in films before,
Right.
but like nobody has ever really. This is now what she's going to be recognized for, which is White
Yeah.
Lotus, and she did a great job. Walter Goggins was her lover in the show, and they just played off each other so dang well, and I appreciated her acting, so I went with her.
Yeah, I went with Isabella Merced, I believe is how the last name's pronounced. She's the one who plays Hawk Girl. She's
Yeah,
also in The Last of Us too.
This is a way better pull
She's
than
been
mine.
around, but I think this is like her first year where she's really there, and her joining the DC universe is huge for her. But now, like thinking on it, I think I'd still give it to her, but not to go back into Stranger Things. I think the girl who plays Holly, I didn't like her acting at first, but for a kid, she has a thick English accent, which I did not know. Like she has a heavy accent, and she completely masked it out, which I did not realize. I think that's
They're
impressive
pros,
at
man.
that age.
They're
But yeah.
pros, yeah.
Now best performance for me, this was kind of an instant one, and it's a movie you recommended to me, was Jacob Elordi for Frankenstein. Killed it.
Yep.
So good.
Didn't even think about that when I was doing
Yeah.
this. I actually don't even think I have Frankenstein for any of these things. But man, yeah, I mean, like to be a monster and like
Yeah.
really have no lines until
No, it was all just like expression acting.
right,
Yeah.
and
Which
that's
can be harder than saying lines.
I
I think,
agree.
in most
Yeah.
scenarios. So who'd you go for?
I went best performance would be Josh Brolin in Weapons. He just plays a very
Yeah.
disgruntled dad who's obviously
Right.
and rightfully disgruntled as his child went missing.
Yeah.
But there's closure at the end of the movie. They all come back. But It is he puts you on a roller coaster of emotions, and he's so dang good, man.
I think that
Thanos,
was going, that was going up there for movie of the year because it was one of the highest earning movies. And rightfully so. It was different take, really good, and they already got approved for that prequel.
Yeah, my runner-up for that would be MBJ.
For Sinners. Yeah, that's actually a really good poll. I didn't even think of that.
Well, I mean, he played two guys. That's the only reason why I gave him the nod there. But and the movie, I thought the movie was really good. I saw it in theaters. And I've watched it again since. Thought the movie was really good.
Yeah, so I watched that when I was still in college near Buffalo, and of course, there's a lot of Bills fans there. So my buddy was a big Bills fan. He was like, "I feel so bad for Josh Allen." I was like, "I do too." After watching that one, man. But no, now best new TV show. I think we agreed on this one. The Pit, I think, takes it. They won a lot of awards.
Yeah,
did you go to The Pit?
I have I put way too many on here because so many good shows.
Right,
came
there's
out
a lot
this
of
year.
good ones.
And I'll just kind of fly through them. I won't talk about every single one of them. But Welcome to Derry, man. All right,
I did not watch it.
Welcome to Derry might rival this last this last season of Stranger Things. It was really, really good. That last episode alone, some of the best episode watches I've ever endured in my lifetime.
I watched the first episode. I love the theme song.
No,
the
dude, you gotta get through the first 3 episodes.
Okay.
Everybody agrees it is a long process because they were building up this entrance of Pennywise, and then as soon as he's in, he's not leaving. Dude, it is really worth the watch. I didn't think I'd get into it.
Right.
I am fully into it, and I'm fully on board. That last episode, bro, my God, it takes a kick. It was one of the best.
All right.
It is really, really good. Welcome to Derry. Bad Thoughts, which is Tom Segura's. This is just my comedy pool.
Yeah.
Very, very funny. Good sketch show. And Chief Award, Jason Momoa on Apple TV.
Right.
Superb. And The Studio, which already won a bunch of awards. But that might have been 2024, so I can't remember.
Maybe. I should have put. Did you watch The Chair Company?
Yes, I did.
That one. I don't think I can put that as best new TV show, but that one was just so bizarre and out there.
I was very impressed with it. I'm very happy Tim Robinson got his own HBO show.
Yes, it makes no sense, but it's worth the watch.
Yeah. I think we can skip best returning TV show. We already just talked about our entire first A block about it. Best movie of the year.
I went back to Frankenstein. It's long, but I really enjoyed it. It really kind of set the mood for Halloween, I think.
So I went with Weapons or One Battle After Another, and I just rewatched One Battle After Another, and I'm gonna have to give it to that. It is Sean Penn.
Yeah.
I should have put Sean Penn as performance of the year because, dude, every moment he is on screen, you're like,
right.
Because Sean Penn doesn't do stuff anymore. So the fact that you see him in a movie and he's just like this weird, like sergeant type, like it is like he's so captivating. I love him.
Did you watch Begonia yet?
Yes, I just saw that.
I think I might actually throw that in the running for it. I don't think I'd overtake Frankenstein, but I did not see the ending coming. Yeah,
the autistic actor who plays Jesse Plemons' cousin in that movie. Yep, he did great. He was phenomenal, and that last 20 minutes were my God, that movie puts you on a roller coaster.
Because I'm just like, there's no way this is happening, and then it proves you completely wrong. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Here we go. Now, viral moment of the year. Go to one more, kind of getting into the internet thing before we go to break. But I think the most viral moment for me has to be the Coldplay concert getting caught. Just because it is extended out so long that, like, we got updates on, like, him separating and now she's divorcing her husband. Like, I feel like I'm following these relationships and this whole affair through the whole thing. It's kind of crazy. Yeah.
For mine was Katy Perry going to space when all the ladies
so good. Yeah.
When all the ladies went to space. I mean, was it as big of a deal as they thought it was? Yeah. Probably not. But
not
was
it
it still pretty cool? Yeah, it's still pretty cool. Yeah. But I don't know. There was a lot of back and forth on social media about that, and I'll just leave it at that. Pretty funny. But the CEO affair were pretty funny.
Right. I think it's just the way they went about it. Like, if you had just stood there,
I feel like that could also go for meme of the year too.
Yeah.
Which is our next one. But, 6-7 takes the cake.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And I really don't have anything for these last two of the internet ones.
Really?
Main character of the internet? I don't know. I see Kai Cenat and Speed all over.
Well, I got
Twitter.
a few to talk about. Should we cut to break before we get into the internet?
We'll go to break.
All right.
We'll tease you guys. Now we are officially back, folks. How about that? All right, we got about 7.5 minutes to kind of run speed
About
through.
6, 7 minutes, like that.
See, what's your
Yeah.
meme of the year? What's your meme of the year? I kind of left that out. I
Meme
kind
of
of
the
ran over you.
year, I went 100 men versus one gorilla.
That's a good
When
one. That's
this
a good one.
started going through, I loved it. And then people started doing like actual simulations. It's like, what would win? Would it be like 100 men or like 20 mules, stuff like that? And some of them were just really bizarre and
Well,
out
I
there,
mean,
which I enjoyed.
me and my friends that I grew up with back at home, we had a problem with when all this stuff was coming out because
Right,
we have been doing this since we were in middle school. We would be like, 1,000 lions versus five
right.
million hair dryers, or like 1 million monkeys versus the sun. I don't know,
Right.
stuff like that. I don't know. We've been doing that stuff, but
Yeah, who would win,
it was
Jordan Love or 100 Bears fans?
Jordan Love.
Oh, yeah.
Jordan Love.
Especially since it's Toyotathon.
But yeah, and he's got
Yeah,
dad strength now.
right.
You gotta think about it. You gotta use your head. Um,
No brainer. Did you have a meme of the year? Did you say yours?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about that one too much. So the
Yeah.
one on my mind was 6'7". So
Yeah.
main character of the internet, like I said, Kaisa Not Speed. Influencer of the year. Do you have one?
Influencer of the year, I did not throw one. I mean, it kind of goes into my main character of the internet. I went Gypsy Rose.
Good pull.
That she has a crazy story behind her. I mean, just
Queen
like,
Gypsy,
yeah,
bro.
killing her mother and stuff, and then coming back and getting out, and she's also had a kid since then. She started leaking her old stuff of her like belly dancing. I mean, she does whatever she wants, and
That is main character energy.
she
You know
she
who
is
also
the
has that?
main character.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah,
Alec Baldwin. I was just telling you that off air. I was like, I guess maybe him too, because
right.
he put out a pretty funny video. Anytime he puts out a video, it's like when it
Yeah,
ends, he's like out, and he's like just thinks he's the most coolest
right.
person ever, and he's like, everybody's gonna
Yeah.
love this stuff.
Actually, you know what? For influencer of the year, I think because I just saw that it's coming back, I have to go Mr. Beast.
Oh, that's
Because we
right.
started off the year with Beast Games at Amazon Prime special, and it was basically like It was just a competition show, almost like Squid Games, just without killing people. And it has a season 2 coming out this year. So I think starting off as just a YouTuber and having this huge Amazon Prime game show where the prize pool is $1 million. I mean, it's no brainer, has to go to him.
He's done a lot of great things, so I
Yeah,
agree with that. Celebrity of the year, I went with John Cena. Just because of this, it was fresh in my head
right.
when I was putting this together. Him just ending his wrestling career. He had Peacemaker. He had
Right.
a couple other movies come out. I just feel like he just had a great year, and especially with the way he ended
Yeah.
it, ending his wrestling career. He's an awesome celebrity to like.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many to go through. There was a lot of celebrities that just popped out.
Billie
For
Eilish.
me, that was on my list. Is Billie Eilish is who I picked because not only did she have a great year for music, she also kind of decided to take a stand and just kind of start calling out some things that were wrong, which I was a fan of. I mean, even if you're not a fan of it, you can't say that she wasn't in the limelight. She also has a documentary coming out, a documentary movie, so that's gonna be cool to see, which I like. Now, breakout celeb couple. I don't follow a whole ton of this, but the wildest one, and mind you, I just got a list of stuff that people would go through for categories, and we filled these out. Breakout celeb couple, Katy Perry and Justin Trudeau is just such a weird, wild poll to pop up. And I'm just like, I guess that's gotta be it. I mean, if one's gonna, go forward and be like, okay, this is a weird one that we're gonna notice, that's probably it.
Right. Rather than going the more weird route, I just
Right.
went with the couple that everybody can recognize and know, which is Travis Kelsey and
Right.
T Swift.
Yeah, that
Pretty
makes sense.
pretty vanilla. Like literally in every word of
Right.
itself. um,
Now, do you have like an online celebrity feud that stuck out to you?
yeah, I have quite a bunch, but
Yeah, I have a lot.
50 Cent and Diddy is probably that takes
That
the
is
cake
the one right
for
now.
me. He literally made an entire documentary
Right.
slandering his name, rightfully so. And Cameron and Omar Gooding, I guarantee nobody knows about this. Cameron is a rapper. Omar Gooding is Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother and is not as successful as Cuba Gooding Jr. And there's been some back and forth with Cameron and Mr. Gooding. And Cameron hired him as an actor, which Gooding didn't know Cameron was
Right.
hiring him specifically. Hired him as an actor to do this script read all on camera of him talking about crazy stuff. He ended up putting it online. Cameron put this video online, and he
Yeah.
said, "Thanks for the audition" or whatever. And he ended up paying him for it too, which is
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
But
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah,
it
at
was a
least he
funny
got
feud.
paid.
And Cameron is the last person you want to start any feud with along
Right.
with 50 Cent.
My favorite thing is when like celebrities have like a sibling or family member that's really problematic. Like I'm gonna bring up Patrick Mahomes as much as people don't like to hear his name. That poor guy, his family literally just brings up so much stuff that involves his name.
Oh
His
yeah,
dad, his brother constantly doing stuff. His wife is like kind of crazy that people call out. That's wild. But my celebrity feud was Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
that was a good one.
I was following this one. It was so funny because Nicki Minaj was calling Cardi B's kid just blatantly ugly and saying like, I don't even know if I could look at a kid like that in the face. It was very bizarre thing, very childish, but of course fun to watch from behind your screen.
All right, we got about 2 minutes left, so we're gonna just absolutely run through these last few here. I'm gonna ask you what they are. And
Alrighty.
you let me know. All right, so how is this popular award? I don't even have something for this, so
Call she ads. I hate call she ads.
call she ads.
It's like the online crypto like betting thing where you can bet on like anything. You can
Oh,
bet
okay.
on what the weather is, stuff
All
like
right.
that.
Next, the we didn't have this on our bingo card award.
Nicki Minaj political arc threw me.
Okay, yeah,
off.
that's a good one.
That was
That's a good one.
wild.
Mine was HBO Max and Warner Bros. Selling, and the Toronto Blue
Yeah.
Jays going to the World Series because what the
That's
heck?
huge, yeah.
Most random collaboration. I didn't have one for this.
I did not have one in there either.
Actually, mine for a fast one would just be any rapper with a country music artist because I don't think that goes well together.
Yeah, it's just bizarre.
The Touch Grass Award, don't have something for this.
I put Kim Kardashian and her law school thing. That's
Yeah, she just failed the bar
insane to me.
exam. I saw
Yeah.
that in a video. That sucks. Trend we hopes dies.
AI music and art. I hate that
also
it's
had
taking
AI.
over the field.
Yes. Trend we want back next year.
I want raw photography to come back. Like when Visco was an app and stuff.
Mm.
I enjoyed seeing that. And I don't like that AI has taken that over. So raw
Yeah.
photography.
Mine was going to the movies because it's what I like doing. It is a very still a enjoyable thing to do. I hope Netflix doesn't take that right away from me or you or any of us. I don't think they will.
No.
But if Netflix was smart, you know what they would do?
Open their own theaters.
Open their own theaters. And you know,
Because it's coming back.
Mm.
Slowly but surely.
yeah. But with that, we all hope you have a tremendous start to your new year and enjoy it the best way that you possibly can. With that, I bid you adieu.